Yes. Thank you. So you can introduce yourself to us and also emphasize on your personal reasons why you want to leave your professional field in which you have been trained and join as a sort of generalist in the civil services.
Sir, I am DEBJYOTI HALDER. I come from the city Kollani, Nodia. After completing my education, school education from there, I have secured my graduation from RGCOL Medical College and Hospital. And after that, I have worked in the same hospital as in the capacity of residential house staff in the Department of Chest Medicine, as well as a general duty medical officer in the ward of COVID CCU. And after that, I am preparing full time for the UPSC Civil Service examination. And sir, my inspiration for joining the civil service stems mainly from the experiences that I have faced during my stint in the COVID war and also in the internship and house staff. Sir, when I came across the patients, I noticed the social determinants of health uh, very closely and found out that many such issues were stemming from various administrative challenges and hardships they were facing. I would like to narrate a story related to the same. When I was posted in the gynecological ward, I came across a minor girl who was brutally raped and brought into the ward. And upon interaction with her for a quite long time, I found out what are the challenges she was facing, how she was discriminated in her society, what are the issues in health and education she was facing. And that I think have inspired me to come into the civil sciences.
So I'll take a comment of yours regarding public policy. How do you think that for handling of pandemic like COVID would have been improved? You have worked in both phases, 2020 and 21, both you are working.
Right.
So recall your experiences from those times, and if you had a role in framing public policy at any level, yes, implementation level, district level, or maybe at health department level or the state government, how differently you would have worked to make things a little better than what you had to yourself face as a intern or system.
Sir, since the pandemic was one of a kind in a century, I think not only India but most of the world were unprepared for it. However, given the capacity and the charge for the same, I would have ensured that more fund outflow would have been occurred for mostly the preventive aspect of the medicine, as well as ensuring infection control in the hospitals. Then uh, promote more types of quarantine measures when the pandemic broke out so that the pandemic could be stopped beforehand from spreading quickly. And sir, regarding other issues like economic issues which cropped up during that time, I think financial assistance to the migrant laborers and others who were at the hand, I mean, who faced the most of the exclusionary things due to lockdowns. We would have been to take care of the same so that that would have been limited to much lesser extent.
One more question that is related to how public healthcare institutions in India are progressing now. Public healthcare issues.
Sir, public healthcare institution in India in recent times have seen a massive overhaul. With increase in government expenditure in the same field, I think in the recent budgetary allocation, there was 90,000 crore allocated at the national level.
And are you satisfied with the spending in terms of percentage of GDP?
Sir,
Is it adequate?
Sir, it is a little bit less than WHO mandated norm that is supposed to be 2.5% of the GDP. However, there are, what is India's GDP? Sir, India's GDP is right now around $3.5 trillion. Yes, sure. Sir, I think there are Ayushman Arogya Mondirs that are coming up. I think around 1.75 lakh has been proposed, which are going to ensure the primary healthcare facility to the individuals at the last mile. Then there are improving signs of doctor population ratio so that the services can be availed by most marginalized as well as vulnerable section. It has improved to 1:811 ratio. However, there still certain concerns remain, like there is limited bed availability, only 0.7 per thousand population. Then there is limited doctor population ratio, especially in the rural areas, infrastructural deficit, especially in the emergency medical wards. I think this needs to be addressed as soon as possible so that India can improve upon its health indicator as a whole.
What is India's GDP now?
I'm not sure of the latest direct.
The difficult question or easy question?
No, sir, easy question, sir.
Fair question or answer based?
It's a pair.
I'll never trying the syllabus of winning that audience.
So I think around 3 billion until off. We cannot go wrong like that. Yeah, sure, sir, sure.
What will India's rank in terms of GDP? How many pensions are there in the world?
Sir, around 200 countries.
What is India's rank?
Sir, India is likely ranked 3 in terms of GDP, PPP wise, and 4th in terms of overall.
What also India's rank 10 years time?
So 10 years back, I love around 7, 6 or 7.
You have to know this.
Oh, sure.
And because I wanted to get through that.
Right.
So assuming that you get through civil service, where do you see yourself after 30 years? When you're almost 25, where do you see yourself there?
So that depends on the service which I am getting.
You assume the best salary. So since I had like 25, where do you see yourself after 30 years?
Sir, since I am opting for IAS as my first preference,
Yes.
I'll be seeing myself as at the policy making level, especially at the secretariat.
The central or state?
So that depends on
No, you wish. You wish.
Sir, wherever I am posted, I'll be happy to serve over there with my full enthusiasm of the
Center or states?
right, sir. Sir, if given a choice or option, I'll be like to serve at the center place, sir. Because that would provide me a greater opportunities to serve the nation as a whole. If even at the state level, that would also be a very good opportunity. However, since the center caters to in their entire
I'm
population.
very happy about challenges you might face, political interference, etc. that you would face. I wanted to get into it, to get into the service production. Are you aware of the challenges you face?
Yes, sir. There are certain kind of challenges or preferences. Like one hindrance is that most political parties look for short-term gains in exchange of the long-term capital potential that an infrastructural sector can develop. Mostly, often they are alleged to be looking for the 3Bs to win election. So I think that can be a challenge part.
Only thing is, assume that you get your coveted service after 15 years is the alumni reunion in Rajikar. Yes. So in your batch, there is typically 10, 5 or 7 cocktails will be made it very big.
Thanks.
And they'll be earning 5 times what you are earning. But civil service is the limit. Now, even though the East State Commission, Night State Commission, it will never be how you feel when you meet, say, a Devajyoti Das or a Devajyoti, whatever, one or two, the legal doctor, yes, millions. How you feel?
So I think I will gain satisfaction from the public service that I would be doing if given a chance. So at
The
her,
doctor comes.
yes, sir. It is obviously
Ready to go back to Nalia and Kalyani and his output, I think.
so.
You cannot do public service in Nadia.
Sir, I think it is the very noble profession, often considered next to God. However, sir, the skill which I can create or I think I can impact upon is limited to the patient whom I am treating. However, in the administrative capacity, in the IAS especially or other fields as well, I think my decision can impact larger population as a whole. So that will provide me a greater satisfaction.
Thank you, sir. DEBJYOTI or DEBJYOTI?
Sir, it is Devjo.
DEBJYOTI, right. DEBJYOTI, you are a doctor, right? Why the handwritings of the doctors are so bad? Is it an institutionalized way of keeping the patients at dark? Do you do it deliberately to keep the patients at dark?
Sir, I think the reason mainly stems, it is a long-term allegation that,
Not allegation, this is a fact.
yes, sir. Sir, firstly, I like to disagree it seems from my viewpoint,
Mhm.
since I consider my handwriting a little bit, legible.
Mm.
However, it is a given fact that often the prescriptions are mostly very difficult to be comprehended. And I think that reason mainly stems from the huge workload that the doctors are facing.
Mhm.
And since they have to quickly glance through the patient's.
So you mean to say that only doctors are working in India, rest of the people are not working, they're not busy, they can, write in a fantastic way, having lots of time.
No, sir,
Hmm?
that is obviously, sir, not the case.
Mhm.
However, given the shortage of the doctors in various areas,
Okay,
I think
right.
that-
Okay, but tell me one thing, that do you think that the rural posting for the doctor should be made compulsory?
sir, to tackle the shortage of doctors, especially in the rural area, I think some of the states have implemented the same thing
Hmm.
to make it mandatory, since it is mandatory after the PG completion, that is postgraduate completion. But it is not mandatory after UG completion.
Mhm.
But doing the same for 1 or 2 years
Mhm.
can surely increase the doctor visibility as well as availability in the same area.
So if we make it mandatory, don't you think that it's going to violate some of the fundamental freedoms of the doctors?
Sir, I think since we are upon the Hippocratic oath
Mhm.
to serve the nation for a
Mhm.
greater cause,
Mhm.
since the rural posting is also vying for the same, to reach the last mile publics, to address their healthcare concerns. So if need be, and since health is an emergency sector,
Mm.
so I think state can do that, and I fully support that.
Yes. Instead of making it, mandatory, can't we make it, incentive based? Won't it be better?
So that can also be a quite good option if it is incentivized. Sir, it is in play. I mean, the policy is in play right now as well. If they are posted for 3 years in a rural area, then they get the benefit of 40% reservation in the PG entrance examination. So I think the system is already there. So in order to enhance further, the mandatory posting of 1 year can be brought forth, and that will also increase the experience of the doctors by serving various kinds of patients that may prop up in the, various types of disease they have to tackle.
Okay, Debjyoti, just now you have said that 30 years down the line you'll become, you imagine yourself as secretary, let's say health secretary. Now, if you are given a choice, you can make 1000 bed, one AIMS-like hospital and 500 Mohalla clinic. Which one you will prefer and why?
Sir, primarily the decision will rest upon how much progress have India achieved at that point of time. If India has
At this moment of time, supposing you are asked to make a choice, which one you'll go for and why?
Sir, I think I will go for the establishment of 500 Mohalla clinic, since it will cater to a population, underserved population in the rural areas who are in dire need of health related issues as well as medicinal supplies. I think I will go for the Mohalla clinic.
Go for the Mohalla clinic.
Then why is India created so many aims? Not only one aims, yes. So many aims. Why is India created?
Sir, India is creating aims primarily to provide world-class level medical facility at a very affordable cost, as well as create a interdisciplinary network of doctors who can collaborate among themselves, especially across the super specialty blocks.
Supposing you're a district magistrate and you're posted in a village, in a district where there are no doctors, right? Now, if a patient is dying there and you can make a surgery, as a district magistrate, if need arises, will you do surgery?
Sir, that will depend on my skill as well.
No, you are competent enough, let's say, and that's in official time. You have to do that within your official time.
Sir, if the need arises,
Mhm.
since a person's right to life is the most essential amongst all, so if the need arises and if there are shortage of doctor, I will surely try to make myself available over there. Given that all the other infrastructural facility that are required to perform the surgery.
If you are issued show cause notice, then also.
Sir, I will try to explain them
Hmm.
why I had to be there due to shortage or absence of any kind of doctor.
Okay. Last question from my side. Supposing you have come into civil services. Your immediate boss is a very good person and he helps you a lot. Oh, he has tried to help you in all possible manners so that you can understand the work better. One day he has asked you to come to his residence when he was on leave. He asked you to come with a particular file to get sign over there in that file. When you are about to knock the door, you find that somebody is crying. A lady is crying, inside that room. So when you enter the room, you ask your boss that is everything all right? He says, all right, sit down. And you can hear it that somebody is there who is weeping, a lady is weeping or crying. Now you get the work done, and then next day when you go to the office, you find that the staff over there, your colleagues, they are saying that your boss, immediate boss, was not a right kind of a person. He has the habit of wife beating and all. Right? What will you do? What step are you going to take?
Sir, I think firstly the verification of the fact that since staffs are complaining of the same, there may be truth or there may be falsehood in the same. So I need to verify the fact at first hand, whether the circumstance has really happened or not. And upon verification, if it comes out that the allegation is true, then I will surely coordinate with the law and order part of the administration. And if this comes out to be true, I can also be a witness to the same.
Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Mr. DEBJYOTI, you're a doctor
Yes.
and you practice allopathy.
Yes.
Regarding allopathy, there is an opinion that it has a reductionist approach to treatment. Reductionist approach to treatment. Where you give one medicine to treat something, it has a negative impact on other organs. That is an opinion, right?
Right.
Then there are ADR deaths also, adverse drug reaction deaths.
Yes.
And then you add placebo effect also into it. Then why this allopathy be not called as pseudoscience, as allopathic doctors terms Ayurveda as a pseudoscience? Why that tendency is there in doctors?
Sir, there has been concerns recently over the cough syrup led deaths that have happened, and that was mostly allopathy led manufactured drugs. However, I think allopathy is evidence based science, since a lot of clinical trials go on before a drug is approved. Now, perhaps some adverse effects sometimes come up. However, the clinical trials try to ensure that those things are minimized and the patient's well-being is restored as quickly as possible. So I think the issues that are coming up are mostly due to lack of or limited clinical trial practices, or lack of participants in the trial process, or due to issues of regulations by CDSCO, that is Central Drug Standard Control Organization. And I think that is the issue. However, in AYUSH practice, one thing is noticed that often that is not backed by evidence-based policy, evidence-based drug manufacturing. And there are also allegations that spurious metals like lead, then mercury are often present in that quantity. So I think I may be biasing towards my own field. However, I think allopathy, according to the drug quality, is a little bit better than so-called AYUSH.
Okay, on what basis do you think that Ayurveda is not evidence-based?
Sir, firstly, sir, I would like to say that allopathy is widely accepted all over the world. Even the so-called developed nation, that is the Western nations, US, UK, and all of them, have allopathy. They have their major discipline in medical science as allopathy. And sir, for AYUSH, I think there are limited clinical trial practices and epidemiological data available that what are the adverse consequences of administration of the drug, what are the long-term issues that may crop up if the drug is administered for a long period of time. And I think there is limited credible data that it can purely cure a disease. However, it is beneficial, I think, in case of preventable diseases. AYUSH, by promoting wellness via yogas and maintaining dinacharya, that is a daily routine schedule, often can be used to tackle issues of rising incidences of non-communicable disease like diabetes, hypertension. So I think a balance of both is very essential for a rising area.
I hope so. Right. And you talked about Mohalla clinics.
Yes.
Can you assess the performance of Mohalla clinics in Delhi?
Sir, sir, though I'm not very aware of the assessment of a performance over there. However, I think that have tackled the preventable disease as well as improved the maternal and child health, and associated mortality ratios have also improved in recent times.
Okay. What is your take regarding doctors going on strike at times, harming the patients?
Yes. Sir, there has been instances in West Bengal as well as overall India where doctors have gone on strike to protest against certain kind of violence, especially against the doctors. Sir, according to me, that should be a very last measure, since medical field is a emergency field, and that should be the last mean to take before coming to a decision. And sir, that is all. That should be the last option and should not be used regularly. So,
And if I say that, if suppose definitely doctors must not be attacked, for that matter, no ordinary citizen must be attacked. If doctor is attacked, there is a law in place. Why not that doctor file an FIR and pursue the case rather than going on strike and then harming the patients who are completely innocent? They are not connected with the incident at all.
yes. Sir, sadly, we have seen instances, especially in my work opportunity in the hospital. I have seen instances where the FIR have often been neglected by the police authority, and I think that have fueled the frustrations in the doctor, and they went on a strike for the same.
But then there are provisions of law. If police is not registering FIR, then you have the processes to pursue.
Sir, sadly, sir, the judicial process in the country is a bit lengthy, and often doctors, like most other citizens, often lack the patience to go through the entire process. And just like I think any other human, violence against doctors can create a sense of resentment, and out of that psychology, I think they go for this kind of.
Okay, this last question. What do you think, is euthanasia permitted in India, and what is the procedure if it is to be allowed?
Sir, passive euthanasia, sir, the Supreme Court has recently allowed passive euthanasia in a case-to-case basis. There are, sir, two kinds of euthanasia, active and passive euthanasia. So, active euthanasia deals with active administration of any kind of drug, which...
That is fine. I'm just asking procedure in India. What is allowed in India, and what procedure is to be followed if it is to be allowed?
Right. So, passive euthanasia is right now allowed on a case-to-case basis. The procedure that has to be followed is taking the consent of the patient's family, then taking off the life support, basic life support, one by one, and not administering any kind of fatal drug which may jeopardize the patient. And it can only be allowed in case of any brainstem death, not before that.
What if any family member is willing that the person must die? Can the process be so risky, the process which you are explaining?
Sorry, sir.
If a person is not in a condition, he is in a vegetative state, he is not in a condition to give consent, then family is to be relied upon? That is what you are saying, that this is the procedure?
Sir, and that has to be cross-checked by an expert committee, that whether any malintentions are going on.
Who is going to constitute that expert committee?
Sir, I'm not sure of that.
Thank you. Sir.
Okay, Devjyoti, so you are happy with your quiz performance?
So I think I need a better in terms of performance, especially in the...
Which areas? Which areas you found that you could have answered better?
Sir, I think the economics area, the GDP, I should have told that. I'm not right now aware of it. And other than that, sir, right now, sir, I cannot recall.
we chose medical science to optional also.
Yes.
So the syllabus you are able to cover because your MBBS is 4 year course, 5 year,
5.5.
5.5. But UPSC optional usually supposed to be honors level.
Yes.
But since medical science we don't have honors in India, so you could cover all your this thing syllabus. Yes, by revising. Yes. Okay. So how much we didn't ask you much about contemporary general knowledge issues and your exam. This actual interview is 16th February.
By January, 16 January.
Oh, then it's wrongly written. January.
16 January.
So you may as well prepare something on the Indian economics.
Yes.
And economic survey will not be out by that time, but maybe some articles are there how India is doing, particularly with regard to the tariffs which are imposed by the US and it's yet not final. So our exports have gone down. So certain questions may come from that as yet. And how is it going to affect maybe in neighboring country like Bangladesh because of turbulence? You've heard of this term called medical tourism.
Yes.
So that certainly got affected in the last 1.5 years.
Yes.
Maybe somebody asks you, so you should be prepared to answer it in a very cohesive manner so that the board is impressed, that you keep abreast of the information not only in West Bengal or India, but as a neighboring country.
I'm right now allowed to
As
2 years or not?
not all.
Did you take the 6 seriously or you just came casually for this interview?
No, sir. I
Seriously, but you didn't shave and all, you came go with. Why?
Sir, I should have, sir.
You think?
Yes, sir.
At least on the final day.
Yes, sir. Sure. I'm very happy. You're a very bright person. To say.
And I think I put catalyst about your moving from a doctor to the sick. I'm prepare when, as you know, you yourself identify your weakness, that's very yes.
Sir, I should have answered, sir. That is a US mistake.
Thank you, sir. DEBJYOTI, you are a very good candidate. You have got knowledge. I know they will love to talk to you and you'll get very good marks, right? Few points which I have noted down. One is that when you are entering the room, before sitting, you are coming like keeping your hands that way. Don't do that. Behave like a civil servant, right? So this is one. Second is when sir asked you the introduction, it was so long. So, you kept on speaking. You also gave one examples, I think, instance. So don't do that. Make it very brief. Your introduction, right? Make it very brief. Because otherwise they lose interest.
Can just interrupt me. Have you gone for any coaching on how to give introduction or no one has said how
Structured coaching I have taken.
you're not in? Are you planning? Okay. Because this is a very good input and you have no one has told you all.
Sir, I worked out on one-to-one case basis from Prasad. I have appeared in some of the mock interview, but I have.
From where?
Sir, from SMTCSSC. The West Bengal.
So then nothing was
Satran.
you've done the
Yes, two mock interviews of given.
will they tell you this kind of feedback?
Sir, actually, what sir asked was a combination of two questions. Give the introduction and the why do you want to join?
See, that was googly for you.
Yes.
It was a googly from my part because you are coming from a professional class.
Right.
So I'll expect more from you.
Yes.
And if you answer well, you get full marks.
Right.
So that was my objective.
I think that was my that due to that the answer was put wrong.
The point is actually in communication, what happens? You are the communicator. We are the communicators. So it is your responsibility to take care of our patients and time. If we lose our patients and if we are not concerned about our time, then the very purpose of communication will get lost. They will be not interested in your answers and they will not like it. Ultimately, at the end of the day, come what may, it is a psychological test. I mean, subjectivity is there. Because human interactions, if I love talking to you, 10-15 marks I'll give you extra and nobody can stop you from giving. It's not PT, preliminary test. But this is the answer and everybody has to give the same marks, right? This is one part.
One small introduction. Assistant teacher. Your father is not a teacher. Assistant teacher. What is that?
Sir, the designation is started as assistant teacher. It is teacher.
Okay.
One is headmaster, assistant headmaster, and assistant is.
There's only three things in the school.
Hard, yes, yes.
Only three things.
Only three. It is, I mean, by practice it is teacher. However, it is standard as assistant.
Headmaster, assistant headmaster, assistant
Assistant.
This is CPM's legacy, right? Became aspirant, right? Exposure. Oh, but there is no full-fledged teacher in them.
Yes, sir.
Oh, am I wrong?
Yes, sir.
Even in high school,
Oh.
it's not right only primary school. You are only assistant teacher, or next is your
The headmaster and
And the salary nearly 1 lakh per month nowadays.
it is same salary as, I mean, sir, most of the schools in West Bengal are government. So all government.
Salas school is also commented.
Yes.
He gets about a lakh a month. You are saying roughly.
Yes, sir. Now he has retired. Oh, he retired, I think last year. He has
So
retired.
he was getting about a lakh a month.
Yes, sir. Around there.
Okay. In case of case study, you are not supposed to take any action. That's a personal matter. There may be n number of reasons why that lady is crying.
Yes.
Somebody told you something against your boss and you are going to investigate. Under what capacity you are going to investigate? What is your position? Who filed a complaint against the boss? Are you a police officer there? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So it is not your business to say anything. That can be a number of reasons.
Sir, actually, honestly, when you were narrating the incident, I was honestly in the back of mind thinking that it may be due to death of some near and dear one that she may.
Why are you making that assumption?
No, sir. I mean, all of the assumption I was accounting into. However, when you told
In civil service, you cannot take any decision on the basis of assumption,
yes,
isn't it?
Right.
There has to be some rules, procedures, all kinds of things.
Yes.
And that happened here also when sir asked you the procedure and all. Right? You made a mistake, the same mistake you made, the same question in different language, right? Then when sir asked you a question regarding allopathy and AYUSH, you were shifting your stance. Initially you said that no, allopathy is this, AYUSH is not, and then sir put a bit of pressure on you and you tried to say no, AYUSH is good in this respect.
sir, I told about that I can be employed in the.
I understand.
Sir, if I totally discard of all, that would be a.
No, that is in the beginning itself we can say, right? And Delhi Mohalla Clinic, if you don't have the data inputs, then don't make any comment. Good, bad, right? Now, doctor strike, you see, I just got the feeling that you are biased towards your own fraternity. And in the process of protecting your own fraternity, you started giving allegation to the judiciary. You said that the judicial process is slow, this and that.
Very true.
Right. So that is again a blunder. No, you don't have to do that. And the procedure of passive euthanasia, I thought that you would be able to answer this, but there is a given procedure. Just go back and learn about it, right? Overall, your performance is very good and definitely you are going to get through.
Thank you.
Right, with good ranking. Sir.
Thanks, sir. Nothing much. There are certain issues which raise dilemmas, ethical dilemmas, such as surrogacy, abortion, euthanasia. You should be well versed with them because they will put a very tricky question to you from these areas.
Yes.
Since you are an MBBS doctor, you are expected to know all these things, right? And same thing regarding procedure, you should have known it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So,
Lastly, because you come from RGKR college, so naturally they'll be asking you questions on this rape murder.
and regarding, I mean, sir has already termed it that you are critical of the procedure, judicial procedure, right? You should have insight into that why that procedure is important. Procedure in itself cannot be termed culprit for delays. Procedure protects the innocent. It also protects the essential rights,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Miscarriage of justice.
Yeah,
Prevents
absolutely.
Article 21.
Yes.
Right.
Procedure established by law, due process of law,
Yes.
right to life. Right? Okay. Good. Very good. Thank you.